Now let's jump to the procedure, the exact procedure that I was talking about. And this procedure has a name. This procedure, I call it VHS procedure. Okay, let's see how the VHS has come and how you can utilize it. Now you have to be very, very, very careful and follow the exact step it is what we are trying to show. If you follow it properly exact in a single shot, your stress is going to relieved to the significant level. So are you ready for it? Let's jump to it. So first thing I want you to understand is what is called villain picture. Yes, if you're thinking about what is villain picture, it's a bad picture. Yes, any picture, any movie, or anything that is happening in your life that is putting you down, that is giving you negative emotion, that is your villain picture. It is generally the picture that is going to create a negative emotion in you, show your failures and failures that puts you down. That exact image is a villain picture for you. Okay, so I'll let you know how to know what is your villain picture in a bit, but understand this. What is a villain picture? Villain picture is something that is giving you negative emotion, putting you down, coming in loop. So how to find your villain picture? Okay, now remember, in the beginning I told you, or in fact go to your overthinking loop. So you can close your eyes and think about the emotion, think about the situation where you got that negative emotion. Let's say you are, for example, if I'm standing on stage and then had stammered and ran away from the stage, would be that villain picture. So first thing I want you to understand is something called villain picture. So what is villain picture? If you're guessing that villain means bad, you are right. Okay, so the villain picture is basically that makes you feel bad, have a negative emotion. And whenever you think about that picture, when I'm saying picture, literally like picture, we take a click the picture, not the video, though it could be video as well. But here what we are focusing on, negative picture, the picture that gives you negative emotion. So that we are calling villain picture. In some scenario where it comes to corporate works or public speaking or addressing people, networking and things like that, that could be your failure picture. The main purpose of that villain, in normal movie, what do we see? We see that villain hurts people around everyone, like selfish guy who just takes care of himself and literally try to make everybody bad. That's the villain, right? That's a typical definition of villain. This is what we are going to talk about. That, you know what, the emotion that creates a negativity in you, puts you down, does not allow you to grow, is the villain here. Cool. So now the next question comes, hey Anand, what is my villain picture? How would I find my villain picture? So just in case of, let's say, overthinking, or let's say pick any kind of event you have done in the past. So for example, in case of Sunita, her event was her loved one passed away and she was not able to stop that, and the whole event for her was going like a scene and in loop. Okay, that was the overthinking. And the thinking feeling was, you know what, hey, I'm useless, I'm not able to stop it, I could have got it earlier, understood it earlier, and things like that, right? Something that happened in your life, that event is just a movie, it's like a movie. In that movie there will be a moment when if you remember about that movie, close your eyes and remember about it. In few seconds we are going to do the exercise, so I'll just show you. But understand this theory, that when you think about that event, life event, and there will be a moment where you will have a maximum level of stress or anxiety or discomfort or negative experience. I want you to just click that picture, freeze that photo, okay? Just make a statue and see everything around it. That is your villain picture. And when you start seeing people inside it, object inside it, what kind of color and things like that, you will start feeling the negative emotion, the discomfort within yourself. That is your villain picture. Okay, if you're having hard time identifying, understanding, and you're thinking, hey, it's not a picture, it's a movie, don't worry. What I want you to do is, I want you to pick just one moment where you feel highly emotionally charged. Whenever you're feeling, you know what, oh no, this kind of feeling, like it's bothering me, it's stressing, giving you sweating feeling and things like that, that makes you uncomfortable. That is your villain picture. So keep that villain picture. That's the first thing. Please note that when you are seeing your villain picture, you should be able to probably see either you are in that picture or someone else is in that picture. Most of the time you will see someone else in the picture. You might be there already, but picture you will be seeing someone else who is giving you that negative emotion. Maybe the person, maybe the environment, maybe someone's word, anything like that. Okay, another thing is that there is a possibility that you might be thinking about future and that is giving you pain. That is also possible. So for example, let's say that I have seen this very common in communication and public speaking space, when a person were asked to give the presentation in front of bosses and everyone, and when the person think about that, hey, he has to go on the stage and in front of him a lot of senior executive and people are there, suddenly that negative feeling will come. Okay, so if that is your case, go to the future image and then think, live that scene where you might have to perform, and then in that scene see what is giving you the most highest biggest negative emotion, kind of stress and anxiety. Freeze that picture, don't move the object, that's the picture you have. Okay, clear? So this is your villain picture. Let's do the exercise, how to find the villain picture